2018 Hyundai Accent car review. Since 1994 in the event it arrived, over 1.2 million copies on the Hyundai Accent are already sold within the United States, using the company gradually refining and improving its entry-level subcompact through 4 generations. While its exterior dimensions and price pit it resistant to the Toyota Yaris, the 5th generation 2018 Accent's 104 cubic feet of total interior volume are large due to the class. The Mexico-built Accent also boasts added torsional rigidity 32% more, Hyundai claims, affords the sort of connected technology that today's customers demand, and, most pleasingly to us, may be the beneficiary of some solid engineering juju about the chassis tuning. The good points of 2018 Hyundai Accent: actual steering feel, fine ride and handling balance, connects to essentially all your devices. The bad points of 2018 Hyundai Accent: woeful passing power, numb clutch, no hatchback variant. Keeping up with appearances. From alongside it, using its fast roofline, bobtail, and ample greenhouse, the newest Accent resembles nothing a lot as a more staid Tesla Model 3. Whereas the previous generation Accent offered a hatchback variant, the brand new car which you can buy here only in sedan form. The wheelbase is 0.4 inch longer and also the entire car stretches just 0.6 inch farther than its betrunked predecessor, even though the roomier interior plus much more well-resolved rear fender line both impart the impression it's grown greater than that, perhaps because it's a bit wider. Hyundai did an affordable job for the interior. The design is straightforward and plain, neither upscale nor particularly downmarket, merely existing and functional. There's nothing here for making the teeth grind, in spite of the liberal using hard plastic. The graining, however, is decent, and we've seen cheaper looking stuff utilized in significantly more expensive vehicles. We're taking a look at Ford F-250 Super Duty. And Chrysler 300. Leather appears nowhere about the options sheet, and also at this selling price, we feel that's a brilliant move. Opt for that Cell or limited trim, therefore you get a second USB port to the rear passengers, even though the touchscreen infotainment display swells from 5.0 to 7.0 inches. Standard across all trim levels is usually a 6040 split folding rear seat, as well as 6 airbags. The Accent's designers and engineers obviously worked to hold wind noise down, which truly occurs around the pillar, all better to enjoy your tunes due to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, each of which are included if you opt for your 7.0-inch head unit. Hyundai's Blue Link system now integrates with Amazon Alexa and Google Home, too. This means you can remotely start your automobile by speaking with a device with your kitchen. Less Jetsonian but perhaps more useful will be the available forward collision avoidance system, which first warns the trucker of an impending impact then applies the brakes itself if the trucker doesn't react quickly enough. Chassis is well done, but where's the BOF? As almost as much as we're vulnerable to lament the demise from the unturbocharged engine, the smooth-running 1.6-liter inline 4 that also does duty within the smaller Kia Rio hatchback is nearly perilously naturally aspirated, such as there's no waft of turbo torque just to save your hide when an 18-wheeler is bearing recorded on you. Thankfully, the 6-speed automatic transmission is responsive and nicely programmed. Around town, the engine's 130 horsepower and 119 lb-ft of torque feel, well, adequate. We like the power plant's character quite a lot. It never becomes thrashy since it winds up, but we'd welcome a shoebox stuffed with additional torque at lower revs. You would like 4,850 revolutions per minute about the tack to extract this engine's full grunt. For the shifted ear selfers, the low and say trim comes standard that has a 6-speed manual transmission. The stick's action is positive and pleasant, although clutch offers hardly any feedback about the place you might find the engagement point. The Cell and Limited models are automatic only, and frankly, despite our love on the 3-pedal automobile, the Autobox increases results in this application. It also returns better fuel economy. We've finally entered a period where the Korean automakers have identified how to tune a chassis. See our relatively warm regard for your latest Hyundai Elantra Sport, as well as the Accent team has wrung the finer attributes out of their front strut and torsion beam rear suspension setups. No, this car isn't particularly sporty, however it acquits itself well with regards to balanced ride and handling, using a pleasant firmness especially with all the limited 17-inch wheels, a planted feel, plus a steering wheel that gives information about the street surface. In our transit of southern Nevada highways and byways, we found the brakes for being sufficient yet leaving little impression, either good or bad. Overall, we'd not call the Accent a driver's car, but we wouldn't refer to it as a car manufactured to disappoint drivers, either. It is difficult being worked to a tizzy on the Accent, just since it's also pretty challenging to feel insulted by Hyundai's latest entry-level car. It's a good machine offering a great value, inoffensive contemporary styling, decent dynamics, as well as a well-made, respectfully designed interior. But please, Hyundai, couldn't we've just a bit more torque?